Welcome to Creations by Karen, and this morning I'm going to make a wreath, and I'm going to make the #1 selling wreath so far this year. In the past it's been the sunflower, which has always been a great seller, but for some reason it's this one. And I don't know why. It's cute, but it's one. That's the one we're going to make today. If I can hang it back up. Okay. There we go. Alright, things you're going to need. You're going to need a unique in the creek. I use a small flower board. You can use a large one. And you're going to need some zip ties. I'm using black and white. And you're going to need some mesh. So, I use mostly poly burlap, but I'm using black poly burlap, and you're going to need 16 pieces of that, cut at 10 by 10. And you're going to need some black and yellow. No, I really like that black and yellow window pane mesh. I couldn't get any. Nowhere. Lori doesn't have it. My two other suppliers that I looked for, I couldn't get it. I live in Canada, so we can't get the stuff that you guys can get. So I'm using this and the black and white stripe, and it's not poly burlap. It's kind of I don't know what it is. I don't know. So I'm using that. And sometimes you have to do a little something extra for this one, and I'll show you when I get to it. And this is what I mean by the window pane mesh. And this is all 10-inch mesh, cut at 10 inches. And yellow. So we're going to go ahead and start. First thing I'm going to do is put my hanger on it. Good morning, everybody. And everybody has their own way of doing this. I'm just doing it my way. So I just fold my Chanel stem in half, go about 1.5 inches down, make a twist, and on my board you've got all these, you've got these two extras, and these outside ones are supposed to be for your hangers. I don't use them. So I'm putting it in here, a twist at the back, and then feed it back through. Like so. And just pull this together, nice and snug, and cut this off. Good morning. Fabric mesh. No, it's not fabric mesh. It's got like a, I don't know. It's heavy. It's got a lot of stuff in it. Good morning, everybody. Hey. And just cut these pieces off. Cut this one off too. Okay. So, hanger first, because you don't want to have to fight with it later. And then I'm going to put my zip ties in. Good morning. Horizontal. Yeah. And always make sure that the flat end is facing the top. And I'm just going to go ahead and put these in. So where you have the plus sign on the Unique in the Creek board, you guys can't see that, I know, is where you're going to start. And I'm going to do closed, my zip ties closed for this. Meaning closed, oops, wrong way. See? Put this in here and in here. Poly burlap. No, I use mostly poly burlap for this, but I couldn't get the window pane in the poly burlap, so I'm using, I don't know what it is. And I threw the wrapper out, sorry. So just go around and put your zip ties in. You might find if you come to the edge, it's easier. But just go around and put these all in. So you're using 16 on the outside. Make sure your flat end's facing up. 16 on the outside. Maybe I'll put these in and then go back and close them. Just for time. So, like I said, Always a Sunflower is a huge hit. I spend a lot of my days making sunflowers, which is not a problem because when you use the Unique and the Creek boards, it's pretty quick and easy. But I can't keep these in my booth, definitely. So, if you can get the mesh, go ahead and make them. So just come around, put all your zip ties in, and I'm going to go back and close all these. Using regular holes. Yeah, I'm not using shared holes. I'm just using the existing holes. And I am using a small flower board. And if you're using a large flower board, use a second row. But I like the small flower. I don't know why, I just like the small ones. Everybody has their own likes and dislikes. I'm a creature of habit, I guess. So just come around. Put your first row in. And then I'm going to go back and close them all. And I like using the Unique and the Creek boards because I can whip these up in no time. The hardest part for me is cutting the mesh. Now I do use a wood burner to cut the mesh, and I do protect myself when I'm cutting the mesh with the wood burner because it emits some sort of toxic smoke. So I try to keep Lexi out of the way, and I use a protective device. I'm just going to go back and close these when you're cutting the mesh. You don't have to cut the mesh with a wood burner. You can just cut them with the scissors or whatever. But mesh really, or poly burlap tends to really fray, and I think using a wood burner certainly cuts down on the fray. What do you guys think? You find that too? You too, Karen. Small boards as well. I like them. I mean, I have used them, but you don't use that first row mostly unless you're putting petals in or leaves. And I don't put leaves in most of my flowers except for the roses that I haven't done a rose this year. It's my nemesis. You know, people think that's great and they can make them up really quickly. Yeah, no, not me. All right, so I'm going to do the second row with black zip ties as well because, this is my thought, I'm using black mesh and black and yellow mesh, so I wanted to make a coordinating zip ties. And you don't have to. You can use clear and that works fine. But I like to put all my zip ties in and then go ahead and put the petals in. All right. It's feel like the old days I'm doing it by myself. But that's okay. And I'm going to try to do a little bit more tutorials from home during the week. Because, I'm starting to think about fall and Christmas. Can you imagine? It's like 90 degrees here, but I'm thinking about fall and Christmas. You always got to think ahead, I guess, with being a crafter. And so, what happens in the past is I haven't done that, gone ahead and make a lot of stuff for Christmas, and then I spend a lot of time making wreaths. And it's not fun. Because I still work. Still have a job. How am I feeling? Carol, I'm feeling much better. Thank you for asking. So I'm on a drug called Plavix, which is a blood thinner. And, people say I've got all these bruises everywhere. Well, when you're on blood thinners, you just bruise like crazy. Got my second row in here. Hey, there's where we're at. Look at the back. All the zip ties are in and nothing's going to scratch the door. I'm going to move on to yellow now. Good morning, Judy. I'm feeling good. So this is my third row, and I'm using clear zip ties. Well, they're not really clear; they're white, and these I think are 5-inch instead of 8-inch. So in Canada, we don't have a lot of places to get good quality mesh. Unique in the Creek always has really good quality mesh. That's where I get most of my mesh from. And then there's a lady actually not far from me in Chatham, Lady Fox Designs. She gets mesh. And she got me actually a case of yellow poly burlap, which was awesome because I do workshops and I couldn't get any. I'm on a different blood thinner and the arbs of Terry. I get you. I feel your pain, my friend. And then I had another place that I would get stuff that shipped like so fast. Like I'd order it one day and 2 days later it was on my doorstep. Lake Country Treasures. They're retiring. And that makes me really sad that they're retiring. Not that they're like, I feel good for them that they're retiring, but I could get stuff there and yeah. So they're retiring. Good for them. Good morning, Linda. All right, third row's in. That was really short. This is my zip tie bucket here. And then on my inside row, my fourth row, I'm going to double up using shared holes. Oh, you asked. You didn't see, okay, Anthony texted me this morning. He said he couldn't make it. No explanation. He just said he couldn't make it. So he says he apologizes. We'll see you next time. Where do you get the boards? I get my boards from uniqueinthecreek.com. Tina, if you are on here and someone can put a link to uniqueinthecreek.com for Elaine, that would be great. And when I do my workshops, I use only Unique in the Creek because it's just way easier. So here I've got 4 holes to put zip ties, and I'm going to put shared holes in, meaning I'm going to use shared holes. Okay, so here we go here, and then I'm going to use shared. So this is what I mean. I come in to this hole, and then I come to this one. So I'm going to have 8 on the inside where you would normally only have 4. That's just the way I do it. You don't have to do it this way. You can do it any way. This is just inspirational, people. So just go here and here. Thank you very much, Tina. Appreciate that. UniqueInTheCreek.com. They have, you could spend hours looking at all their mesh and their vinyl, and they have everything. And Lori also does tutorials. She's been here a couple of times at my booth, which is so fun. Love it when she comes. My booth is at the Western Fair District Market in London, Ontario. On the second floor, it's called the Artisan's Loft. Basically, people that are up here make, for the most part, handcrafted stuff. There's bath bombs. Anthony does candles. There's a gentleman across from me that does really cool sort of wood stuff. You know, it's just, and that's why you might hear background noise, is people are starting to come to the market, the vendors. All right, I think I got all these in. Okay, so here's your front with your hanger, and I've got all my zip ties in and they're closed, and this is what the back looks like. And see how I've done 2 rows of black and 2 rows of clear. Put these away. All right. So I'm going to show you the fold. I'm using a Dean Michael fold. The center one on the, is that the coconut from? No, it's a styrofoam ball. Kits are on sale, 25% off. Awesome, go there. Go there. All right, I'm using poly burlap, and I'm going to do them with Dean Michael fold. Get yourself some clips. I use these. I get them from the dollar store. They're just clothes pegs. I don't know what you call them in the States. In Canada, we call them clothes pegs. All right, so I have a 10 by 10 square. And I'm going to have the finished edge, meaning the finished edge is these, right to left. And I'm going to turn it in a diamond, and I'm going to take the bottom to the top, and I'm going to place a clothes peg on it, like that. And then I'm going to put one in the side and one on this side. And this is something I do. You don't have to do this, but it just keeps it all where I want it to be because I'm OCD. All right? Then you come to the center and make like a pleat, like that. Just a pleat. And then I give it one more. So I'm going to have 3 on one side and 2 on the other. Just like that. And then I take a rubber band, and I get these on Amazon. The market on the Western Fair. Good morning from the market at Western Fair. Hey, right? Put your rubber band on, just like that. And then I take these 2 off, and there's my Dean Michael fold. Do one more for you. Just take this, finished edge on the right and the left, turn it slightly from the bottom to the top, place your clothes peg on it, come down, put a clothes peg on this side, and then one on this side. You don't have to do this, this is just my way. Come into the center, make a pleat, like that. Do one more pleat and one more. So I have 3 on one side, 2 on the other, and then pleat it, like that. And then take a rubber band and then place it on the bottom, like so. So I've done, there's mine. So I'm going to need black for the outside. So here's my Dean Michael fold. And I'm going to go ahead and put them in. Now I'm leaving the clothes pegs on because I know that they're not going to go anywhere. All right? So I just place my petal into the board where I had the zip tie, and then take my needle nose pliers and I zip it closed. And then I take my nippers. You can get these at Unique in the Creek. Best things since sliced bread, nippers. And then I turn these to the side. Okay, so there's my first petal in. And I just go the same direction. So I have my finished edge running along this side, and I'm just going to continue having this finished edge on that side. So I'm going to need 16, right? So place it down and just zip it closed. I might go around and clip them all off at the end. And I've got 16 made and 16 are going in. So see how fast this works out, guys? Using the Unique in the Creek board. There's no thought process involved here. Lori's done it all for you. Do you agree? If you agree that Unique in the Creek is the total way to go when you're making wreaths, give me a thumbs up. Want to see them. If you use wire wreath forms, yeah, I've used them before and they're easy, but they take too much work. So for me, everything is throwing things around. Everything is about time management. I'm busy. So anything that I can do to make things work a little bit better is what I do. Gotta pick this up. Hang on. This is the reason you don't take your clothes pegs off, because you throw them around. Okay, just place them in. And also, it stops fraying. Try to keep these just all about the same size as you can. So I did these all yesterday at my market. did all the cut all the petals and cut all the mesh and did the petals. And I'll be cutting the mesh today again when I get home, because I got a workshop in a couple of weeks on a sunflower. I would do a workshop on these ones, but the trouble is I'm having trouble getting that window pane mesh. Most use a wood burning tool to cut the mesh. Yeah, I agree, Tina. That's a smart thing. Sandy, I made a butterfly for my son and granddaughter. Oh. That one doesn't have a... Yeah, the UITC, I agree, Sandy. UITC is the way to go. So, just go ahead, do this. Put them in. Karen, just came on. Is that a large? It's a small flower board. Welcome to the party, Maddie. Yeah, so I'm having a workshop on the 17th of June. I think I still have a couple of spots left here in London. So if you're in the area, come and hang out with me for a few hours. Oh, I'm gonna put that on there. There we go. It's a sunflower. To make a sunflower wreath. Morning, Sue. Is Anthony fired? No. No, he just texted me this morning and I couldn't make it today. No, he's not fired. Just put all these in. And this one came apart without the rubber band, so I'm just going to close it up a little bit. There we go. Put a rubber band on it. Good morning, Kathy. Here we are. I try to read all your comments, but you know, I'm making a read. So I'll go back and look at them. If you have questions, I'll try to answer them for you. And one more. Why don't I have one? Here. There. I made one for, I cut all the mesh to make another one for Anthony. You're making that. Okay. I got all these in. Get my nipper, cut them out. So these used to come in kits. I don't know if they still do. Last time I think I saw something that they weren't coming in the kits. I'd buy a kit just to get the nippers. Yeah, these work great. Used to use, Anthony likes the one that cuts and tightens at the same time. Just turn these to the side. What measurements do you cut your mesh? The mesh is all 10-inch mesh. It's cut at 10 inches. Exactly. Inch mesh by 10 inches. Okay. So these are all turned to the side. I'm going to put this up for 1 minute and I'm going to show you the fold that with this other mesh that I'm using. I have to get my glue. Alright. So this is the straight mesh. Now, I've made them with the window pane mesh, which I like better, but this is all I could get. The striped mesh. And it's not poly burlap. Yeah, she sells them separately now. It's not poly burlap. So, if you're using this, and I'm using it because I couldn't get black window pane. You've got finished edges on the right and the left. Take your bottom to the top. Place it just like you do the other, the Dean Michael. Put your clip on there. Put this clip on here. And then this one. Just like before. Okay? Then you come to the center and make your ruffle in the center. And then 2 more. So you have 3 on one side and 2 on the other. And then put your rubber band on it. Good morning from Brampton. Having a hard time finding black poly burlap. I know. Go to Lady Fox Designs on Facebook. If she doesn't have it, she can get it. So here's the same. So it looks basically the same as the other one, but I can tell you this doesn't stay like this. So what I do is take this clip off, and then I put a little dab, little being keyword, like not a lot. I just put a little dab of hot glue on there, and then bring this together, the top. And then what I do is play with it a bit. So that thing is stuck. You don't have to put the hot glue on it, but I think it just keeps it in place just a little bit longer. So I'm going to go ahead and put the second row in. Put this away. With this mesh. So I've done them all. See, and I've put little bits of hot glue on them. So this is your second row, and this is just going in like this. You're welcome. And you use 8. So out of a 10-inch roll, like a roll of this mesh, you can make quite a few of these. Because the most you're going to use is 16 of the black. Yeah, I really like this. This isn't going to be bad. I like it. Once again, all my clips are on here, so none of it's going to be coming apart, which is great. And if you don't want to keep the clips on it, sorry, don't. Just be cognizant that it will split. Good morning. Technical issues. Oh dear, Gay. Well, I'm glad you're here now, Gay. Keep going around, people. Horizontal wide strip mesh. Okay, thanks, Tina. Horizontal wide strip mesh. Thank God for people like Tina. Glad you're here, Tina. Help me out. I have a messed up brain. Seriously, messed up brain. So I forget things. I think I can use that as an excuse for almost anything they tell me. Yeah, I think this is going to work out. Finally, I could figure out this. Thanks for instructions. Hey, you're welcome. You're welcome, guys. If you make one of these, and you all can, send me a picture. I'd like to see them. You know, like Tina says, this comes in all sorts of different colors, which is great. Wide strip mesh. Horizontal. I won't remember that. Okay, putting the last one of these in. Yeah, I think this is going to work out. Yeah, I thought Lori might get some of that window pane, black and yellow window pane mesh, but she hasn't got it yet. And to get it shipped from the States to Canada, crazy expensive. Crazy. Everything is crazy expensive. If it's not the shipping, it's just got to add in like the exchange All right. I got my second row in. Good morning from Pittsburgh. Look like a red one behind you, too. Pretty, right? Red and black. All right, turn all these to the side. Now we're going on to the third row, which is going to be the yellow window pane that I've got already done. See? Window pane. And this kind of fits in between the two black ones. Kind of looks cool. Like it. Yeah, I like this too. Just come in and put your petals in. Just try to keep them as centered as you can. You know that I have to do this like this kind of, I'm OCD. Good morning. Good morning. It looks like red one, yeah. Good morning from Maine. How's it going? Just put this down. Like this works up really good. Now I try to keep my tutorials, if I'm at the market, like to 40 minutes or so, or less. Because the market opens at 10. So you have time to tear everything down, you know, and get ready for the market. Saturday and Sunday. Saturdays from 8 to 3 and Sundays from 10 to 2. Which is great because you still have the rest of the day. Put this one in. Good morning from Illinois. Hey, good morning to you. Nice to see you. Who's here and never been here before? Usually I have co-host, Anthony. Now he's not here today, but he'll be back. So when you're putting your petals in, try to keep them going in the same direction if you can. Who's here? That's new. And the third one, last one, going in. Okay, so here's my third row in and done. So I need 16 on the outside, and 8 on the second row, 8 on the third row, and I'm putting 8 on the fourth row. You don't have to put 8 on the fourth row, I just do. That's just the way I roll. Cutting them off with my nippers, are lovely. And I'm keeping my clips on there. Hi guys, good morning from Alabama. Good morning. So my fourth row, I'm using yellow poly burlap. Thank you to Lady Fox Designs that got me a case of yellow poly burlap. So I'd like to start in one that is not with shared holes. Well, they all have shared holes now, but the original here. Now I would suggest don't putting these in too far because then you're not going to be able to put your center in, which is key. So just place them down, zip them close. So this is my fourth and final row of petals going in. And here's one I'm putting in shared holes. Good morning, my first time to see you from Dover. Well, welcome to the party. Yeah, I do this every Sunday morning for ya. Make all sorts of stuff, not wreaths like all the time. I make a lot of wreaths, but you know, I do other stuff too. So place your petals down. Don't cover up your 2 little holes in the center because that's for your center. All right. Love the D. Michael fold. Me too. I like things that look crisp and precise. So do my customers. And they come in, they say, oh, your stuff's so unique. I'm a unique kind of girl. So I like unique things. I don't want to have the same as everybody else. I'm a great teacher. Oh, come on. You guys are so nice. Thank you. I appreciate that. Robin? Okay, keep going around. Don't play with it too much. That causes fray. You don't want fray. Fray is evil. Just come in. They shoot down. Don't try to cover up your holes on the inside. That will cause anxiety when you go to put your center in. Come around. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. The first time watching from Ohio. It's going to be awesome. Yeah, it'll be nice. Well, welcome. First timer. Make sure you like and subscribe or follow. Hit the button. So you like and you know every time I'm going to go live, do something, make some kind of craft. I'm going to try to do more if I can. Usually it's just once a week on Sundays, but I'm going to try to up my game, I think. What do you guys think? You think you want more of me? 2 more left and then we can go to the center. I know I always put this clothes peg on this side, so I don't have to worry about it. I know which side moves down at what time. Okay? Alright. The center's getting covered. You know, I said don't cover your center. I get distracted. Alright. People are starting to come into the market, so you might need to hear some background noise. I apologize for that. But there's nothing I can do about it. Of course, okay. Alright, we'll see if I can do that for you. Alright, last one going in. This gets kind of snug in here. And you can adjust these once you get them in. So here you go. Alright, so I'm just adjusting slightly. Okay, that looks good. And I'm going to cut these off and turn them to the side. Just cut them off. Like so. Nippers from Unique in the Creek. If you don't have these, get some. Next time you order something, boards or whatever, order some nippers. You'll love them. I'm going to order some for my workshops. People struggle. Okay, we're cutting these mesh. Okay, so here's my wreath. That's all done. With all the clips on it. And I'm keeping the clips on. Hey, how are you? I'm people coming in. Keeping the clips on until I'm absolutely finished, and then I can take them off. How much do you sell these for? $65 to $75, depending on the venue. All right. I got these styrofoam balls from Lake Country Treasures, I think I got. And what I did is I painted them black. I put some glitter on them with Mod Podge, and then I put another coat of Mod Podge on top. So this is the inside. And I put one of these cable mount things on there, and then I used E6000 to keep it on there. If you don't use E6000, that bad boy's coming off. That's going in the center. But I'm going to put a cable, or not a cable tie, Chanel stem through here. And just a couple of twists, fine. And I'm going to feed this into those 2 center holes that I've covered, and which I said don't cover your center holes. Moments of brilliance, people, and not so much. Okay, so I know one of them's here. I can see it. So I'm going to place this down, and then I'm going to put this one. It's going to be across from it. So I'm just going to search here, between here, and look for the little hole. There it is. Found it. Put the Chanel stem in. What size? I think it's a 7-inch. Oh, and I'll tell you something else. I was going to use like I ordered a bunch of orange, struggling here, hang on. Orange sunflower centers from Lake Country Treasures. Because they're selling everything off at 30% off. And I'm just placing this down. Flipping it over. You want this to be quite snug. Small bore, 12-inch. So, okay. You went so fast. Explain again how you made the center. So I took a styrofoam ball that was cut in half, 7-inch. I got it actually sent, that was already cut. They have them. I'm just cutting this off. I painted it black, and then I Mod Podged it and put black glitter on it. And then I put Mod Podge on it again. And then I put a cable mount thingy on it with E6000. So there's where we're at. I think I've got another one here. Okay, so it comes like this, white. Painted it black. Put waited for dry. Put Mod Podge on it and put glitter on it. And then once that was dry, put another coat of Mod Podge on it. See, it's glittery. And then I put a cable mount on here, and I used E6000, so it's snug. It's not going anywhere. It's on there. But just to add a little something, something, I got these bees. They're really cute. Got these from Michael's. Look at them. It's a package of 2. I think they were $4.99, maybe. Okay, so I just pull it off. And they've got fairly long antlers on there. I don't know what they call them, but I'm just going to clip them so they're not as long. Clip these antlers. This just adds a little something to it. You don't have to do this. You can just leave it as it is. Well, I'm going to show you when I take the clothes pegs off. So find your top. Where's your top? Here's where my hanger thing is. So what I like to do, and I use hot glue, and I use E6000 with my glue. You can get the E6000 mini glue sticks, and I put a generous amount on the back of this bead. So, looking for my top, that's here. So I'm just going to place a bead here on the top. It's just going to be random, people. Antenna. And then I'm going to put one down here, just because, you know, that's what I want to do. Like I said, you don't have to put this on. These are like, I don't know, $4.99 Canadian for 2. And while these are drying, I'm going to take all my clips off. Whoops. So if you're watching this on YouTube, why don't you hit that like and subscribe button while I'm taking all these off. If you like what you saw. Yeah, I think this wide strip mesh works good. You love it. Antlers. Did I say antlers? I meant to say antenna. Oh, I don't know. All right. Ta-da. 45 minutes it took us to make this. All right. You ready for the reveal? Here you go. What do you think, guys? That's it. Love the hearts. Thanks. Send me hearts if you love it. Are you going to go out and make one? If you find window pane mesh in Canada, the black and the yellow, let me know where you got it from. Because I can't find it. You like it? I like it too. All right. Well, guys, that's it for today. I've done my due diligence and taught you something if you haven't done it before. Oh, thanks, guys. All right. What do you think? I'm going to try one with different colors. What do you think? You love it too? Awesome. All right. I'll play with it. That's how I roll. All right. That's it for today, guys. Have a great Sunday and a really good week. Maybe see you one day this week. I don't know. It'll be after work, so. Thanks, Sue. Hey, guys. Thanks. See you on Saturday. Next Saturday. Okay. All right. Love you all. See you soon. Bye.